your night, the way we danced till 3, the way you've changed my life. No, no, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me.
Fred comes up with a plan to get Scott away from the rich divorcee so Nelson will have a chance, and it works. Ginger's earlier revenge backfires on her when Fred loses shore leave the night of the show. Fred jumps ship, and Scott is sent to arrest him. Scott finally learns from Fred all that Nelson has done for him, and decides to also face punishment by letting Fred perform. The big producer comes to see the show. Fred and Ginger perform one of their greatest ballroom dances, the first to a melancholy theme, with Let's Face the Music and Dance. And then, of course, all ends well.
I hear you're putting on a show with the Morton girls.
Yeah. What are you doing tonight, Bilge?
I got a date with Mrs. Manning at 10 o'clock.
Was I long, darling? Was I long, darling? Was I long, darling? Was I long, darling?
Oh, thank you.
It's so thoughtful of you to ask me to join your show.
Oh, I see you have the part I sent.
Yes, it's rather short order to learn it by tomorrow night, but then I spent the entire afternoon studying it. I think I know it quite well.
Oh, that's fine. I just thought I'd drop in to run through it with you, since we haven't much time.
Mr. Smith isn't here yet.
Oh, he'll, be here.
Shall we start?
Well, now, I thought we'd make this a sort of a dress rehearsal.
Oh, dress rehearsal.
Mm.
I'm supposed to wear a negligee.
Yes. I know, it's bilgy.
What's this all about?
Oh, my being here. Oh, Iris and I have developed a very close friendship ever since the night of her party. You, wouldn't like to make a little bet or anything, would you?
Any amount you say.
$10?
All right with me.
You wait out there and keep your eyes open.
Okay.
Was I long, darling? Was I long, darling?
Was I long, darling?
Every minute seemed like an hour, babe.
And every hour away from you seems like a day.
You're not expecting anyone else, are you?
Well, I was. But the moment I heard you could come, I told my servants I wasn't home to anyone but you. Bakey.
And to think we've only known each other these few days.
Of course, there have been other men in my life. But they all seem like such petty, unimportant people since I met you.
Yes, I understand.
Tell me, have there ever been any other women in your life?
Nah, you're the first.
Oh, my darling, you make me so happy.
There. Sorry if I'm interrupting anything. And you were supposed to be my pal.
How dare you enter like this? What right have you to come prying, forcing yourself into my private life?
But I...
Understand this. I was only playing with you, and you, poor sap, fell for it. Will you leave, or do I have to ring for the butler?
Don't trouble yourself.
Well, how was I?
Oh, you were swell. Nobody could have done the part as well as you.
I was a little confused at the end because Bilger didn't say his lines the way they were written.
No, but he got the general sense of it.
Isn't Beck here yet? No, the boys say he didn't leave in their boat with them. No one seems to know what's happened to him.
Oh, I might have known. A little thing like this show's just slipped his mind. I'll bet he's with the Admiral telling him how to run the fleet.
Well, if he doesn't come, we'll just have to return the money. Without bake, we'll have no show.
And without a show, we'll have no bake.
Well, why do they let the rest of the men go and keep me? I gotta get to that show.
All I know is that orders are your liberty has been canceled. Executive officer will see you.
Thank you.
Yes, Baker?
I beg your pardon, sir. I've changed my mind.
Just a moment. We've been talking about you. Lieutenant Williams came aboard to discuss you with me.
I'm sincerely sorry about the other evening, sir. I didn't know you were an officer.
I realize that, Baker.
Lieutenant Williams has been very generous about the whole thing. He's just been interceding for you.
Thank you, sir. May I go ashore now, sir?
Your name is on the report. The captain will probably scratch you tomorrow at mast, but until then, you must remain aboard.
Where do you think you're going without your liberty?
Where do you think?
Now, wait a minute.
Wait
Are
a
you
minute.
crazy?
I'm not crazy. I'm going.
You're not going. You know the orders.
I don't care what the orders are. I'm going. Cut it out, will you?
Hit me.
Hey, water taxi. Stand by.
Get a detail of men and arrest Seaman Baker immediately.
Aye, aye, sir.
Hello, Sullivan.
Hello, Mr. Nolan.
Glad to see you taking so much interest in scouting talent.
Yes, Mr. Nolan.
Baker sent me a note telling me he had a Monte Carlo idea I got when the fleet was there. I'm anxious to see it. Might be able to use it. He's a smart lad.
In more ways than one.
Shore patrol coming aboard on duty.
Aye, sir.
You men patrol the docks and see it doesn't get off the ship. Hello, Connie.
Oh, it's you. What are you doing here?
I've come to arrest Bake.
Arrest Bake? Why?
He jumped ship. My orders are to bring him back.
Well, couldn't you wait until after the show?
If I don't bring him back right away, it'll cost me my stripes.
Oh. Well, I guess you'd better make your arrest then. He's in there.
Thanks. Connie, I've been wanting to say this to you, but I don't know how. Can't we start again just like we did at the beginning?
I'm afraid you missed the beginning. This is the end of the show.
You're under arrest, Bake.
I guess I didn't hit you hard enough.
Come on, we gotta get back to the ship.
You win. You might as well know that whole thing with Iris Manning last night was just a gag.
What?
Yeah, I framed you to show you that while you were running around with that bottle of peroxide, you were passing up a girl you were really nuts about.
That's my business. I tried to make up with her, and she wouldn't even look at me.
I don't blame her. You know why this show's being given? To help Connie pay off this ship.
Is this the Connie Martin?
It ain't the Joe Dokes.
She didn't tell me she salvaged it.
She salvaged it for you, you sap.
She knew I was going to arrest you, and she told me where you were.
It's the kind of a girl she is.
You go on with this show.
What about the patrol?
I'll stall them off until you get through.
Oh, no. Just because I'm in a jam, there's no need for you to be getting in one.
Those are orders. Do as I tell you. Maybe they won't be putting us in the same cell together anyway.
Okay, Chief.
And now, the highlight of the movie, Fred and Ginger dance the beautifully melancholy Let's Face the Music and Dance.
may be trouble ahead. But while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance. Soon we'll be without the moon, humming a different tune, and then there may be teardrops to shed. So while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance, dance. Let's face the music and dance.
And we'll sail to China and India and all those figgity places.
With your husband at the helm.
Hey, Bate, here's a note for you and Miss Sherry.
It's from Nolan. I told you I'd fix it.
Oh, he asked me to get an answer.
Tell Mr. Nolan we'll be very happy to consider his proposition as soon as Mr. Baker gets out of the brig, which is one thing he can't fix.
Okay.
Wait a minute. There's one condition, and that is that Miss Martin asks me to marry her.
Well, will you?
You'll have to ask Father.
Come on, Bate, get your uniform on. I can't stall the patrol any longer.
Please like and subscribe.